Joburg Mayor Dada Morero says the city is facing infrastructure decay and financial instability. This has led to a service delivery backlog that has also led to housing challenges in the city. Joining us now is the MMC for Human Settlements in the city, Mlungisi Mabaso. Mabaso, good to have you once again with us. I believe there is a team assembled by the president to look into the crisis challenges that are facing the city of Johannesburg. Housing being one of them. You've got a backlog, you've got financial constraints. How are you unlocking this particular challenge?
Well, thank you very much. Greetings to yourself, Butabo, and the viewers at home. Yes, Butabo, we are having those challenges as we have articulated them. The presidential working team was established by the president to assist us in the municipality to deal with service delivery challenges. And human settlements is one of the areas that have been identified as priority areas. There are programs that we have put in place in the municipality to try and deal with the backlog, which dates back to 1996. There are projects that we have introduced. On Friday, we went to do a site handover to a developer in a project upon its completion that will yield 43,000 housing opportunities. The mayor in his speech also made a pronouncement on the project that will be initiated by the city of Johannesburg, which has a potential to yield 83,000 upon completion. There is another project that has already commenced in Diepsloot called Tanganani. We are finalizing our development agreements where we are partnering with Calcro and Vets in one of the mega developments, which also has a potential to deliver 30,000 housing opportunities. We have mobilize more resources for Lufering development, which will deliver 30,000 units upon completion. In the inner city, we are acquiring properties. I was doing site inspection to check on some of the properties that we are acquiring for the purposes of converting them into social, affordable, and low-cost rental. So all these projects combined, they have a potential to deliver more than 200,000 housing opportunities for the residents of Johannesburg, and we believe that it's a right direction to deal with the housing backlog. And the mayor has also made the call that we link the 1996-1997 in all these developments so that we are able to address the 96 and 1997 applicants. Yeah. So those are the programs that we have put in place in mitigating the backlog that we have. Yes, we are very much limited in terms of our resources. We've got informal settlements as well that we are going to eradicate in the process. And we are hoping that the presidential working group is also going to assist us to mobilize some of the resources. We are also engaging with the private investors. There is a summit that will be addressing myself and the executive mayor during the month of July, where we will be requesting and urging the private investors to come and invest in the inner city and also in the city so that they are able also to assist us to deal with the housing backlog.
Some 200,000 houses, you're saying, in the 3 or so projects that you have mentioned. Now, the executive mayor himself says this crisis demands unusual interventions, but not only that, he says that the city needs extreme actions to resolve these challenges. On those 2 points, what is unusual about the approach that you're taking with these projects, but also what is the speed with which you are going to be delivering on those projects?
Well, thank you very much. I think you will have an appreciation if you had an opportunity to peruse some of our documents in the city. We have not been able to deliver 3,000 units per financial year, and we want to exceed that. We want to reach 5,000 houses per financial year so that at least we are able to accommodate and allocate more beneficiaries per financial year. We are working towards linking all the 1996 and 1997 into all these mega developments. And I think you will understand that most of the 1996 and 1997 applicants are not linked to any of the developments, as much as they are council resolutions which guide us on how we should allocate them. But majority of them, they are not linked to these mega developments. And this time around, that's the approach that we seek to take, where we'll be linking the 1996 and 1997. But over and above that, we are acquiring more properties in the inner city. We will be converting them into social and affordable, and also will also be looking into the low-cost rentals within the inner city. Those are the measures that you are putting in place. Yes, of course, with human settlements, some of these projects have been there in the implementation. They have not yet yielded positive outcomes for the residents, especially in dealing with the housing crisis. But the interventions that you are putting and the projects that will be complementing the existing project, and how we are channeling the resources, we believe that it is actually going to assist us to deal with this particular backlog, and the intervention as well that the president has also put in place, because it is also going to assist us to deal with some of the planning impediments that we have encountered, because some of our projects got delays because of the planning processes, some of the approvals that we require from the national government, and some of the resources as well that we require from the national government. So this coordination is actually going to assist us to access some of the resources, but also it will also going to assist us.
Just give us an example how the presidential support package is going to assist you. What assistance really are you going to be getting from them?
Well, there is a tax team that is chaired by the DG and the ED in the city of Johannesburg that is mainly focused on issues of human settlements. We've got planning processes where we have not obtained authorization from the national government for us to commence with certain activities. So that will be expedited in that committee, because all the key...
Just let's be practical a little bit about that. So you're saying there are certain permits that you require. Permits like what exactly, and how are these going to be
fast-tracked? The WULA permit, the water used license, we require that from national. When we do our planning for human settlements, our business plans and activities and programs, they are also approved from national. The allocation of grants, they also come from national. So there's quite a lot of dependency on the national government. And these things are now discussed at the presidential working group for them to expedite some of the processes and unlock some of the challenges, so that we are able to access these resources.
In order to transform these settlements, of course, you also need a lot of water infrastructure, electricity infrastructure as well. How are you fast-tracking the delivery of those services?
Yeah, well, there is also a dedicated team that is mainly dealing with the water and electricity infrastructure. But as the Department of Human Settlements, in Lufereng, we'll be constructing a reservoir. In Hotran Mega Development, we'll also be constructing a reservoir. In Lufereng as well, we'll be constructing a substation. In Hotran, we will also be constructing a substation to upgrade our infrastructure capacity. In Southern Farms as well, we will be upgrading a sewer treatment plant so that we are able to connect the new developments. We'll also be constructing a reservoir. So in all of our mega projects, we'll be constructing reservoirs so that we are able to upgrade capacity. And also we'll be constructing substations as well to upgrade on the electricity capacity.
All right. And does it have a timeline on when you're going to deliver?
Well, I think the timelines, they vary according to the development. We've got a project in the informal settlements where we are upgrading our informal settlements. They are in different stages of upgrading. Those that are already in phase 3, like your Rotipot Farm, your Tsepisong informal settlements, the project will run for 2 years, where we are installing engineering services. Our mega project, they run for multi-years. The one that we have launched on Friday is going to take 10 years. for us to complete the flare-off as we are finalizing the extension of the contract and the additional units to be delivered, which is also incorporating Midlands Hostel, is also going to take some time because there is a lot of work that will be done there. In Lufering, there are additional phases as well that we are also incorporating into the development. So they vary according to its capacity and the number of units that is also going to deliver. With the hostels, where we are also commencing with our redevelopment strategy, where we are upgrading capacity. Some of the hostels will take 12 months. Some will exceed to 24 months because of the approvals that we are still waiting from the Department of Water. So they vary according to the work, the scope of work that is actually will be implemented into this project.
MMC, we appreciate your time. Let's leave it there. Thank you so much. That's Mlungisi Mabaso, the MMC for Human Settlements in the city of Johannesburg.